The city of Atlanta is the scene for the Pistons. A threat to take over the game every time he gets on the floor. Cade Cunningham getting ready to go, making his mark as they game plan for the task ahead at State Farm Arena. Pistons, Hawks, only here on 2K Sports. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Now, we get a chance to check out some stats for Trae Young.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Hawks, the pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Young with no one around. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Young with some of the fastest hands in the NBA. Easy to see why.
Cunningham sets a screen for Hardaway. Inside. Cunningham against Young. Pass to Cunningham. Clock at 6. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
We're about 1 minute into the first. Young looking around. Here's Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Here's the Hawks with the ball. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight. They had nothing to hang their heads on after that one. Well, a good start here. That's Trae for Trae, and that's Spanish for 3.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Harris has got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here's Duren. After Clint Capella's miss, Harris finds Duren. Now, here's Cunningham over Young. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade.
Time out.
Guys?
Thank you, David. Atlanta making a switch here. Hunter's checked in. Beasley's checked in for Detroit. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Down the court, it's your high squad. Get loud and let them hear you. Our T-shirt crew is looking for the...
A moment to check out Cade Cunningham here. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Here's Harris. He has 6. Beasley outside. Back to Hardaway. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Hardaway Jr. committed to get inside on that particular play, locked in and shrugging off the defense.
Johnson, the pass to Young. Will it go? And there it is for him. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against Houston.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
That never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
Now, here is Young, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. 6 on the shot clock, and that's good. Trae Young for 3. He's got 10.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Back to Cunningham. And Capella sends it back.
Well, Capella's reach is so intimidating for anybody on the inside. That's why you can anchor your defense with him.
Here's Young, and it's blocked. And they're able to recover. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That's on Jalen Duren.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And so much reliance for this team on Capella and his grittiness to do the little things on the inside. They love that work ethic.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Riza Shea is coming in for Daniels. And it's Bogdanovich in for Young. Then for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Harris. Asar Thompson comes in for Hardaway. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. And Brent, for all the talent the Atlanta Hawks have had in recent years, playoff success has not been there.
Well, close to the finals in 2021, but they haven't been past the first round since. I think the 21 run actually accelerated expectations for this team a little bit beyond where they were in their development. So they've come back to earth just a little bit. We'll see if next year they can build to get back to a position where they can have playoff success. Now, Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, it looked like he was hungry to get 2.
Pistons trail by 3. Pass to Stewart. Now Beasley. Back to Stewart. Shot clock at 6. Thompson, a screen on Bogdanovich. Sasser can't hit. Duren against Capella. Pass to Riza Shea. Stewart with the steal. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. back right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
The Hawks leading by 3. On the court for the Pistons, we've got Isaiah Stewart. Holland is out there with Asar Thompson. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Sasser in at point. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Pistons trail by 5. And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Hunter sets a screen for Bogdanovich. No good with the triple. And, well, Detroit shooting well. 50% from the floor. And that one is good by Beasley.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Pass to Thompson. And it's blocked. Bogdanovich against Stewart. Back to Bogdanovich. Okongwu dishes to Bogdanovich. Here's Krejci. He's covered by Sasser. Hunter no good. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Sasser. Back to Beasley. Stewart with the screen on Okongwu. Beasley finds Stewart. 4 on the clock. Thompson for 3. Rebound Atlanta.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Sweet move, and he sinks the layup. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pistons.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Bogdanovich wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the night. Pass to Holland. And here's Beasley. Thompson outside. To the inside. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Krejci. Hunter with it. And here's Bogdanovich, covered by Beasley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Malik Beasley.
Well, Bogdanovich does those things that go underappreciated on the stat sheet, but much appreciated by the coaching staff. Such a valuable player.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at the Hawks. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And checking out Detroit, a half game back.
And right now, for the Pistons, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Here's Young after the basket by Detroit. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
First one falls for him. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Now, here's Cunningham. A 32-point game for him in the win against Houston.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Young from outside. Cunningham with some nice D.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Duran. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. That's on Clint Capella.
Good work by Duran. He has a lot of little moves in there.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And he sinks the second. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here is Daniels. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Knicks in New York.
You could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Here's Cunningham. Jalen Johnson picking up that last basket. Cunningham passes to Duran. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, Duran is so strong, it's hard to keep him down.
And when it comes to Jalen Duran, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical and strong and can rebound and gives you a different presence on the inside.
Free throw, no good for Duran.
Well, a former lottery pick in Jalen Duran, and what you love about him is he plays with energy and great passion.
Pass to Capella. To the paint. Here's Young. Thompson with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Harris finds Cunningham. Duran with it. Back to Hardaway. Thompson sets the pick for Hardaway. Fires from way outside. Rebounded by Capella. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Nice pass and strong finish. Johnson just powering that one down.
Cunningham passes to Duran. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Cunningham.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hawks lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, great offense in the first half. What made it possible?
I think we're executing pretty well. Moving them around a little bit with some fakes, and guys are just playing aggressive as much as anything. But if we get a few more stops.
It's been good so far, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And for that matchup with the Raptors, although they appear to be the better team, they can't get caught up thinking that. You know, that's when you let your guard down.
And in this league, Jet, it seems like upsets happen every week. Shifting focus, how about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
They're not showing enough fight defensively. Take some pride in getting some stops. This is when your leader has to step in and say something.
Yeah, tough to beat a team that's shooting double nickels from the field. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Atlanta with the ball. They lead by 1. The front court is Rizier and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Rizier. Scoreless thus far. Clock at 2 from the arc. Here's Capella. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Capella's got the first bucket of the third here for the Hawks.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
11 feet away. Thompson misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Daniels dishes to Johnson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Pistons trail by 3. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Harris. Young against Cunningham. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Johnson outside. Back to Young. There's the triple. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And Young, known as a remarkable scorer, he can fill it up in a variety of ways.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Trae Young. Over the last month, he has been spectacular and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Pistons trail by 4. Outside Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. Thompson right side. Cunningham outside. 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Connects. The jumper drops. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the confidence growing from this young guard, Cunningham, dropping in the jumper.
Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
The 2 areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
Now Harris, after the missed 3 from Trae Young, offline with the baseline jumper. Here is Daniels, guarded by Harris, and Johnson with the stuff.
Great lift off the floor. Johnson is electric.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside Hardaway. Back to Cunningham over Young. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Cunningham.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, "I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win." Kevin?
Yeah, DA, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Here's Duren. Following the basket by Trae Young. Duren, the shot missing. Some solid defense from Johnson. It's stolen by Cunningham. Harris looking it over. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Duren finds Harris. Thompson, a screen on Young. Clock at 4. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Johnson with the block.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists now in this one. To the middle. Duren the pass to Thompson. Cunningham with it. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Cunningham's got 9 points now in just the second half. 1:07 left to play in the third. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. In the third spot, the Hawks.
And contrary to what we see from other teams, this squad has no interest in playing strictly as individuals. Their assist numbers show what a cohesive bunch they are.
1:04 left in the third. Here's Krejci. He's covered by Sasser. Okongwu kicks to Bogdanovich. That's tipped.
Always good to see that kind of activity from Duren on defense.
Here's Sasser, and the shot goes down. And now just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
Now, here's Okongwu. 6 to shoot, 18 feet out, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And Beasley at 6'4", able to rise up and throw it down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Malik Beasley, shooting 1.
One shot.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Beasley's a guy who just hits the court hungry and ready to make an impact. He usually does that on the offensive end.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Hawks on top. They lead by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Holland is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Beasley in at the shooting guard position. Here's Krejci. He's covered by Sasser. Body the pass to Bogdanovic. For 3. Good on the three-point shot. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Well, Bogdanovic coming right back down and going right back at him.
Detroit has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And stolen by Hunter. An even 3-on-3 break. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pistons passing it around. There's a good screen. For 3, Beasley. Atlanta's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Fontecchio. That is his first foul of the game. Wallace is checked in for the Hawks.
Number 2, Keaton Wallace.
Pass to Roddy. Good on the triple. Roddy's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Collins kicks to Beasley. Detroit, no good that time either.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes. They came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
The Hawks making a switch here. Young's checked in, and Detroit with a change here too. Cunningham's checked in. And so Bogdanovic nails both of them.
And Bogdanovic has suffered some injuries along the way, and it's been a bit of a stop-and-start deal for him. But when he's feeling good, and when he's in a great rhythm, man, he's an offensive force.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Pass to Roddy. Just 4 to shoot. And the 3 off target. Pistons trail by 4. Now Cunningham. Defended by Young. It's Beasley on the wing. Cunningham outside. Traps in the tray. Cunningham's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Cade asking the defense to come out. You got to respect his ability to shoot it from the three-point line.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
The Pistons making a change here. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Fontecchio. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Beasley. And the free throw, no good.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard. How about Tobias Harris coming through? Critical shot there.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 1-point game. Got a piece of it. Thompson against Young. Ricochet with the steal. Here's Johnson. Some solid defense from Harris.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
Shooting 2.
That one drops. He ties it up.
This rookie, Thompson, is special. A talented guard who does a little bit of everything.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Back to Young. On the wing, Daniels. Connects from 3-point range. Daniels has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Man, if Daniels is hitting that, it really opens up the offense.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Detroit timeout. Here we go, fans. Coming to the booth right now are your ATL dancers.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every 3 they put up. We'll see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Duren. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 5 on the clock. Hardaway sets a screen for Harris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, he's a capable shooter, but I like the initiative there from Tobias, taking it inside, forcing the defense back, and drawing contact.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
And Harris drops them both.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Steps back. Here's Young. Good. Nice job down low. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
Embracing the big moment is Trae Young.
Cunningham up top, defended by Young. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Cunningham's got the game tied up here for the Pistons. Here's Young. Rebounded by the Pistons. Thompson surveying the floor. Here's Cunningham. It's good.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
.56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. .52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Young, here we go. It falls! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Trae Young, not the biggest guy on the court, but will take the biggest shots.
46 seconds left in the fourth. Shoots from 12. Cunningham's shot is off.
Oh, just everything right about that crossover. Just didn't have anything left there for the finish.
Hardaway with the steal. And now the Pistons fast break. Money!
Hardaway Jr. stepping up big time.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
.24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Young inside. Covered by Cunningham. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
And there's some agility as Trae Young maneuvers to the shot he wants.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Cunningham looking it over. Oh, missed it. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Cade Cunningham out there with Hardaway. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Harris inside, Johnson on him. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
He's a good free throw shooter. Tobias Harris smartly looking to get in there and find some easy points from the line.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both. And the Hawks with possession here. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. And Cunningham with the block.
Great to now. Cunningham using every inch of that reach.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Shooting for Detroit. Thompson, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Now, first and foremost, it's the athletic ability and that raw talent. It's there for Asar Thompson. He's just got to keep developing and refining all the little micro skills.
And he's good on the second. The Hawks trail by 3. Now Reza Shea. Capella with a screen on Thompson. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Reza Shea.
And that's where Capella's so dangerous. He slips off those screens and is such a big target to finish.
A minute into overtime and what has been a great game so far. Here's Cunningham. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Cunningham's got 28 points for the game. From 11 feet away, and again, it's Atlanta.
Well, if you overplay Trae Young, he will go right by you. He's going to make that adjustment.
Young against Cunningham. And that one, good. Cunningham's got 30 points.
And you just can't draw that up any better. It's a pivotal moment in the game, and they go with the size mismatch for the lane.
Capella with a screen on Cunningham. It's stolen by Duran. Thompson outside. Pass to Duran. Here's Cunningham, defended by Young. Cunningham gets the bucket.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham, as a young star, is bringing to this game.
Here's Young. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first overtime. Down low, Capella. Count!
And how about Capella? Not the guy you expect, but cool under pressure that time.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. No one near him. Rebounded by the Hawks.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And no shakiness from Capella, built for the moment. We've
got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Oh, Cade Cunningham answering that call.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick two and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Daniels dishes to Young. Capella with a screen on Cunningham. Young passes to Capella. Yes!
Wow, look who shows up in the clutch. Capella going on the attack.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick two and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Johnson against Harris. No good from 3-point territory. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Now that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And so the Pistons take the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.